Yo, yo, yo. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Box Channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, share. If you were listening to any part of this, hit that like button. Support who supports you, man. This stream right here, I just randomly just thought about it, right? And it's kind of been on my mind, like, just past couple days. Really kind of been a big topic, especially at 135. Devin Haney, great fighter. We see he's got skills. He stays in the gym. He's focused, young man. You know what I'm saying? Signed with the Zone. Eddie Hearn, no problem with that. The problem that I do have is he's not getting the fights he's not getting the fights he wants and the fights he deserves. Okay, and in no particular order, he was supposed to get the Javier Fortuna fight, right? I don't know what happened with that. Javier Fortuna, dropped out or whatever like that. Then it was the whole Gary Russell. They wanted to get Gary Russell at like the 1.5 situation. I'm sure everybody knows. In my mind, I already knew that fight wasn't going to happen, right? I had a feeling. I'm like, this is going too well. It's not going to happen. Gary Russell's not coming up, whatever. But then, of course, I already knew he was going to be fighting Gamboa. Okay. At first, I didn't like it. I'm like, Gamboa just came off a loss to Tank. I don't need that. I need something bigger than that for him, right? But at the same time, Gamboa is coming off of an Achilles injury. A lot of people forget Devin Haney's coming off a shoulder surgery. So this is going to be his first fight back against former world champion Gamboa. Going to be having it down in Hollywood, Florida. Check that out. I don't know if they're going to be having fans. I hope they are having fans. But yeah. But, I think Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia are fighting for the interim WBC belt. So that will be his mandatory. That will be Devin Haney's mandatory. I don't see that happening either. Unless hypothetically, I think if Luke Campbell wins, then they'll make that fight happen. But if Ryan Garcia wins, Oscar De La Hoya and the Zone are going to keep Devin Haney and they were going to keep Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia far apart from each other. All right, they're young, they're still on the rise. One is a world champion, the other one isn't. They're probably going to go for another sanctioning body or something like that. But at the same time, there's nowhere else to go. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez has all the other belts. Now, Teofimo says, I'm moving up to 140. He said a lot of things after the Lomachenko fight. Okay, salute to Teofimo Lopez. He got the job done. He beat Lomachenko, however you want to call it. If it's, more about Lomachenko and what he didn't do the first half of the fight, or what, who's not Josito Lopez, but what Teofimo Lopez did in the fight. He made adjustments. He got the job done. Bottom line. But then after the fight, he was calling people out. He said he said he wouldn't mind fighting the two-time email champion and Devin Haney. I'm gonna get to that. And then he says I can't make 135 anymore. I got to go to 140. So if you can't make 135 anymore, why would you call out Devin Haney? Okay. I also heard a rumor he wanted to fight Tank. That was always the understanding. The winner was going to try to fight Tank. Lomachenko said I would stay at 135 for Tank. Teofimo said I would stay at 135 for Tank. But Devin Haney, why can't Devin Haney get a fight? That's my thing. Now, Lomachenko, he gave up his WBC belt, the same WBC belt that's on Devin Haney's, right or on his shoulder right now. He gave it up to not fight Devin Haney. Duck him. It is what it is, right? So that's when WBC, they gave Lomachenko the franchise championship. The duck belt. In my mind, the duck belt. I need a loophole. I don't want to fight this guy. I got to come up with something, but I still want to be undisputed. That's why ESPN, they got to stop pushing that narrative of just lying to the public, lying to the casual fans, right? First, Loma was undefeated, right? Then that loss to Salido became a draw. Then they gave it back to him. Then they said it was an error. Like, bruh, listen, stop messing with stuff. Then they come out and say, Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko, this is for undisputed at 135. It wasn't for undisputed because Devin Haney got the belt. It would have been for undisputed if Lomachenko defeated Devin Haney and then moved on to fight Teofimo Lopez. But he decided to duck, okay? Now, just the fact that the WBC let Lomachenko do that, right? They just disrespected Devin Haney. I feel disrespected. I don't know how Devin feels. I mean, he got the belt, cool, but it's like you got the belt, but nobody's respecting the fact that you got the belt. Great fighter, and it's the fact that it's like you the boogeyman at 135. Nobody wants to fight you because everybody sees, hey man, that boy right there, man, something about him. He's good. I gotta stay out his way. That's what Teofimo Lopez is doing right now. He already knows. They've sparred before. He knows how good Devin Haney is, and I understand both sides of it. Now I'm gonna break it down. So Devin Haney fans, listen up. If you're listening to me, if you're gonna be mad, hey, get mad, whatever. If you're gonna agree with me, cool. But just hear me out. If I am Teofimo Lopez, I just beat Lomachenko. First of all, I'm the king of 135. I did phenomenal ratings on ESPN. What they had 3-4 million people watching. Great ratings. Congratulations. I got the job done. I'm running 135. I'm the A side against anybody at 135. It is what it is. Okay, these other fighters can feel how you feel. I got the belts. I got the viewership. You know what I'm saying? I beat the man. However you want to call it. That is what that is. I have the option of going up to 140, like I want to do. I want to go up to 140 and fight the winner of Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor for undisputed. Now, hypothetically, say he became undisputed according to ESPN at 135, like he did, and then he goes up to fight the winner for undisputed. Dog, if he became undisputed at 140, you were undisputed at two weight classes. You already a Hall of Famer at like what, 20 something years old, early 20s. You already a Hall of Famer. That's crazy. Why would you not want to do that? Because flip this, if Devin Haney was in Teofimo Lopez's shoes, everybody would be telling him to do that. That would be the smart thing to do. Now I understand Devin Haney fans, they want Devin Haney to get that shot. They know Devin Haney can beat Teofimo Lopez. They want that fight to happen, especially the trash talk. We get it. But y'all have to understand, especially in boxing. And I can see through Bob Arum's eyes right now. Realistically, Teofimo Lopez is not gonna get the winner of Josh Taylor. Yeah, Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez, because those guys, the winner of that is gonna move up to fight Terrence Crawford. All right, so that means it's gonna be vacant belts. All the belts at 140 are gonna be dispersed. Now, Teofimo is gonna get a belt, and other people that are at 140 gonna get a title shot. Probably Robert Easter's gonna get a title shot. A couple other people. But my thing is, if I'm Devin Haney, the best thing I can do right now is I could chase Teofimo Lopez, chase him to 140. Now, when I say that, I say, first of all, take care of Gamboa. I think it's November 7th or November 8th on the zone. So you guys be on the lookout for that. But that's number one. Take care of Gamboa. It's your first fight back from shoulder surgery. Now, the best thing you can do is get him out of there early. You look phenomenal. You do it in a better fashion than Terrence Crawford did and Tank did. Put you on the map. I'm talking about you got to hit him with something that's going to go viral. So that way the zone can get attention. They're going to get subscribers. You're going to get more fans. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of credit. All right? That's number one. Then, instead of you trying to stay at 135, we don't need you to stay at 135. Go to 140. Go to 140. Yeah, I think you're going to be even better at 140 anyway. Go to 140, especially when the belts get dispersed. You're going to be in the first, right in line to get a shot for a vacant belt. You go get that. Okay, like I said before, Robert Easter's probably gonna get a shot on PBC. Teofimo Lopez is gonna get a shot, and then guess what? He gets a belt, you got a belt, and then after that, you can try to unify with another champion. All right, you try to unify with another champion, and then Teofimo, he's probably gonna try to unify, and then you're stuck. He's gonna have to fight you. Ain't no more running. But that's gonna be the fight to make it 140. I know that's what Bob is probably telling Teofimo. Nah, you're not fighting Devin Haney right now. Like, let's enjoy the win. Sit back. Let's wait. See what happens with Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. You go to 140, get a belt. Because I got to keep you hungry at the same time, too. You can't have everything you want right now. You get a belt. You probably defend it. Then you unify, and then we'll move on. But I understand 140. It's nothing special. I mean, besides the undisputed fight at 140, which is whatever. I think Josh Taylor's gonna win in my mind. I just don't like how Jose Ramirez looked his last performance against Victor Postal. I honestly think he lost. But after that, there's really nobody at 140. Regis Progress is there. Okay, whatever. I like Regis. I like Regis. I ain't gonna say whatever. I like Regis. Adrian Broner said he's coming back. I mean, he said he wasn't coming back, but then he said he's coming back. So I don't know what he's doing. He wants 10 million from Showtime. Whatever. I'm not getting into that. But Regis Progress gonna be at 140. Adrian Broner gonna be at 140. Robert Easter gonna be at 140. Devin Haney can get that Robert Easter work. You know what I'm saying? He can go give Robert Easter that work. And I like Robert Easter. Salute to Robert Easter. But bro, you need to get some power. You haven't been looking good your last couple performances. I'm not gonna lie to you. Since that loss to Mikey, you know what I'm saying? Like you haven't been looking that good. Like you've been kind of struggling a little bit. He just beat Granados. He beat Fortuna in like a split decision, and he had a draw with somebody. Bartholomew or whatever. Yeah, that was a draw. That was an ugly fight too. But like I was saying, opportunities at 140 is there. Teofimo's gonna be there. Devin Haney needs to move up. Why would you want to stay at 135 after the Gamboa fight? You already not getting fights. Like I said, I think if Luke Campbell wins against Ryan Garcia, cool, you get the Luke Campbell fight. But then okay, you beat somebody that Lomachenko already beat. Then you beat Gamboa, who was beat by Terrence Crawford and Tank. Like, come on, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to see the greatness of Devin Haney. I really am, because I see he's got the skills. He it's just something special about him. He's a polished fighter. But like I've said in many videos, all these young guys got talent. Everybody's got to fight everybody. You can't try to call. And that's the thing. Everybody that has a belt is not necessarily a champion. We're trying to get boxing to the next, get boxing back where it was. We want the best to fight the best. If you take a loss, it is okay. Lomachenko just lost. I think it's okay. He got 2 losses. It's okay. You're still great. You're still a good fighter. You're still a good fighter. Lomachenko, he's gonna go back down to 130 and then start running stuff. Unless he runs into Shakur Stevenson, which I don't see that happening. I don't see Bob making that fight for probably 2 years or something like that, because Shakur just got to the division and he's still young. But nonetheless, I want incredible matchups. I enjoy 50-50 fights where I want to bet, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I like to weigh my options in fights and really break it down. I like I like to watch a fight where I don't know who's going to win. I don't want to see a fight where I know what's going to happen. For the most part, certain things do happen, but for the most part, we pretty much know who's going to win a lot of these fights. So, but Devin Haney, like I said, I feel like he's been disrespected by the fighters. Everybody just ducking him, even with a belt. It's like, I'm good. I'm going another route. That's how you know it's too many belts in the sport of boxing. We got to get rid of these belts and make these dudes fight. So if Devin Haney became the champion, these guys don't have a choice but to fight him. You know what I'm saying? In order to get that big payday. Honestly, we got to change. We got to change that. This got to stop. This really got to stop in boxing. That's number one. Um, I'm gonna go to Eddie. I'm gonna talk about Eddie Hearn, man, in the zone. All right. What was the point of you signing Devin Haney? What was the point of you signing Devin Haney? Devin Haney is a fresh young talent. He's a fresh young champion. Let me correct that. But what have you done for him? I mean, if he's got the money, if he's happy with the money, cool. But I know he's sitting there looking like, all right, now, like I want the big names. I want the big fight. Like I just see I see Devin Haney getting done like Terrence Crawford is getting done at the welterweight division. I really see that. I see that. But it's like you got Ryan Garcia on your side of the street, and you still ain't making that fight happen. I honestly feel, like I said, if Ryan Garcia wins against Luke Campbell, he's still not gonna fight him. So at some point, you got to kind of blame Eddie Hearn as a promoter. Even Bob Arum said you signed with the wrong promoter. And I honestly think Bob Arum felt disrespected when Devin Haney went with Eddie Hearn. I really do. I really do. I feel like he's punishing him. Just think about it. Lomachenko, Luke Campbell, they threw the WBC belt in there when they know Devin Haney was the mandatory for that, to fight for that. They threw it in there. WBC made that happen. We're gonna throw that belt in there. You know what I'm saying? So that way Lomachenko can get that. Then they kept telling Devin Haney, "Hey, you know what? Just wait. We're gonna have you fight him." And then when it's time to fight him, Lomachenko gets the franchise tag. So then you don't get the chance to fight him. That's so disrespectful to me. Eddie Hearn just sitting there, I know he's like, what is this? How come he didn't get a shot? It's a travesty, blah, blah, blah. But dude, you don't have no pool in America. So what was the point in my mind, if I'm Devin Haney, what was the point of me signing with you? I mean, besides the money for the zone, but what was the point of me signing with you? I'm thinking everything you claim to be as far as a big name promoter. You know, you claim to be the guy that can get me the big fights. You talk all the talk. You all in the videos, and I like Eddie Hearn, but I feel like he has failed Devin Haney. Honestly, he hasn't gotten the fights, and then you got Teofimo running his mouth talking about him, but he ain't fighting him. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, Devin Haney fans. At some point, you got to blame your promoter. At some point, you got to blame all these fighters. You know what I'm saying? And I just I like Devin Haney, man. If I'm him, dude, I'm about to start clubber langing people. I'm pulling up like Shannon Briggs with Klitschko. Straight up. I'm talking about going to everybody fight, calling everybody out. I'm in the press. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there, I'm acting crazy. I want to fight. I'm gonna bring attention. You know what I'm saying? It's all respectful, but I gotta get this fight. You gotta get this work. You gotta stop ducking me. I'm trolling on social media. I'm putting up billboards in their hometown trolling them. Why are you ducking me? I'm gonna put their face with like a duck. Say, stop ducking Haney. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Everywhere they go, I'm going. Every gym they go in, I'm going to. Straight up. I want to see the greatness. I'm gonna say this, like I say about all this fresh young talent out here, all these fresh young fighters and young champions. You got to fight each other. The best got to fight the best. I don't want these young champions to get deprived of hearing "and the new." I don't want these young champions to get deprived of hearing, you know what I'm saying, having their hand raised up because I fought on a big pay-per-view fight and everybody, the next day at work, everybody talking about me. I'm all on ESPN. I'm all on the zone. They did phenomenal ratings. Everybody's talking about how good a fight it was. A legendary fight. That's what I want for these boys, man. I want the best to fight the best. We got to stop marinating stuff because anything could happen. Nowadays, a tune-up might turn into a travesty. A tune-up might turn into an L. You might get hit the wrong way. All right, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, let's make that happen. I know it. I know it's not Devin's fault. So Teofimo, make a decision what you're gonna do. All right. If Tank beats Leo Santa Cruz, how come I haven't heard anything about Tank wanting to fight Devin Haney? How come I haven't heard? I'm not saying Devin Haney hasn't called out Tank, but I mean I would like to see it. I'm not interested in seeing Gary Russell and Devin Haney. I'm really not. In my mind, I think I know how that fight's how to go because Devin Haney's too big for Gary Russell. You know, I don't need that fight. That's not a fight we need. We need a Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney. I would have liked to see Lomachenko, Devin Haney. I don't mind Tank and Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. I'm okay with a Luke Campbell, Devin Haney. Hell, you move it to 140, Regis and Devin Haney. Robert Easter. Let's make these fights happen. Anyway, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, share, do all of that. Like I say, I'm gonna say it again. Hit the like button, people. It's your host F Merritt, Pound for Pound Boxing Channel. I'm out.